Code 3725, big sky departure radar, contact turn right during highball.
Highball code 3725.
Code 236 Alpha Charlie, pass behind the regional United on Alpha runway 10, taxi to Alpha Whiskey.
10 Alpha Whiskey behind the regional jet.
Alaska 166, Boise Tower, runway 10 left, good takeoff.
Good takeoff, 10 left, Alaska 166.
Skyhawk 6 with uniform, turn right at Golf, taxi Bravo to park this frequency.
Skyhawk 6 with uniform, turning right at Golf.
Skyhawk 4678, Boise Tower, good morning, runway 10 left, on up wait.
I'm on point, runway 10 left, Skyhawk 4678. Good morning, Tower 5786 on Charlie, holding short, 10 left.
2015, contact tower 18.1 up here.
Over to Tower, Hanson 26.
On runway 10 left, quick takeoff.
10 left, clear to take off, Tower 46.
Citation 786 Alpha Charlie, Boise Tower, good morning, runway 10 left, on up wait.
10 left, line of wait, stop Charlie.
Alaska 166, Skyhawk departure.
Alaska 166, good day.
Horizon Air 2015, Boise Tower, window 08011, runway 10 right, clear line.
Clear line, runway 10 right, Horizon 2015.
Code 3725, contact Salt Lake Center 128.05, have a safe flight.
2805, thanks, have a good one, code 3725. Alaska 166, 4.64, 6000.
Alaska 166, big sky departure radar, contact turn right during highball.
Right turn direct highball, Alaska 166.
Skyhawk 986 Whiskey, uniform, Boise Tower,
We're going back to 10 right.
Sky 6 with uniform, contact ground 121.7.
Contacting ground 121.7, Sky 221.
15, enter the right downwind for the helipad.
Next departure.
Other park have the Western Morning, Sky 461.
Thanks, you too.
Departure Sky 4678, 4100, climb 16,000.
That's grand, Skyhawk, 4678, big sky departure radar,
Bravo with
contact.
information to the going, requesting to go back to 10 right.
Skyhawk 986 Whiskey, uniform, runway, Boise ground, runway 10 right, taxi via Foxtrot Juliet.
Taxiing via Foxtrot Juliet, 6 Whiskey uniform.
November 65 Echo, contact
Whiskey,
tower
uniform,
118.1.
runway assignment, runway 10 right.
10 right.
Skyhawk 6 Whiskey, uniform, I need the runway assignment with your full
Citation 986 Alpha Charlie, window 08011, runway 10 left, clear
10 right,
takeoff.
6 Whiskey uniform. 10 left, clear for takeoff, 6 Alpha Charlie.
Skyhawk 6 Whiskey, uniform, and
Delta 2914, Boise Tower, runway 10 left, on up await for the preceding citation in sight.
We would like to return to Caldwell, Skyhawk 6 Whiskey uniform.
Wait, 10 left, and citation in sight.
Skywest 4678, turn
uniform,
right
maintain
during
vehicle,
highball.
out below 5,000, touch frequency 1129.6, squawk 4354.
5 Echo 25 is on with you for landing at
66, contact Salt Lake Center 128.05, have a safe flight.
2805, Alaska 166, good day. Spokane 4354, maintaining VFR at or below 5000, Sky.
Yo, what up, JJ? Welcome in. Say you're knocking out a 6.5-hour flight in the MAX 8 later. Panama to Brazil. And in the MAX. That's pretty good. Very nice. Very nice. Hopefully the flight goes well for you. Welcome in, everyone else. We're on the ground in Boise, Idaho. At basically the civilian terminal, Air Force Base. We're at Jackson Jet Center. Getting ready to do as the thumbnail says and the title says, giving a lift to a veteran. And if you haven't read the description, let me see. If you haven't read the description, our veteran today is Evan Fredeen, going from Boise to Spokane, Washington for a post-operative follow-up at the VA hospital, accompanied by his escort, JAG, which I found is an acronym for, I think it's judge. It's basically like their representative, kind of like a union steward, I think is what it signifies. And his helper, David Tran, we're at Jackson Jet Center FBO. We'll be going to Spokane, and we'll be parking at the Signature FBO there. So there's 3 folks we're taking with us today. We got a total weight of about 798. Just passenger weight is only 550 pounds. And also in the description, you'll find the Real Life Organization website. If you guys want to go there, donate to the veteransairlift.org. Again, this flight is brought to us by Say Intentions Air Care Alliance, which I think is very cool to have and to be able to be a part of these flights, even if they're virtually, still kind of bringing awareness to these organizations. Yo, what's up, Mike? Welcome in. So yeah, everything's in the description. So yeah, if you guys want to donate to the charities, more than welcome to do so. We're going to be flying the Baron 58, and also again a big shout out and massive respect to our veterans and those who still serve and have served this country. So we are in the Baron 58. We're going to be taking this airplane to Spokane. Sun's just rising here in Boise. It looked to have been overcast earlier. Pretty sure they'll probably update as we get in the air, but I believe the tops are around 9,000 feet. So if we do encounter some clouds or icing, we'll try to climb above it and get over it. This is the first time I've actually flown this aircraft, so we'll see how well it goes, how it does for us, and kind of go from there. Don't know, Mike. It ain't happening today, though. Not sure just yet when that flight will take place, because I don't want to come back at night. So it'll probably be, it may end up being on my first day off, which may be tomorrow night, maybe. Yeah, maybe Wednesday night. I'm not sure, depending on how I feel, because I go back to work tonight, and it'll be, of course, my, we may have to reload this, because I do not fly without track R. Let me see. My track R froze up. Let me see if it'll reboot. If not, I'm going to have to reload this, because we do not fly here without track R. Let me see if it picks up the sim again. For some reason, it just decided, and I knew I should have closed it because the sim shut down earlier. So yeah, it's not reloading. Crap, stop doing that. Stupid thing. Alright, I'm gonna exit that and and I'm gonna exit the sim. I'm gonna have to load back in, so I'll go to the standby screen. But yeah, off school and on vacation. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, hopefully it'll maybe be tomorrow night or something. We'll get that flight going. But like I said, I don't really like flying places, especially long hauls like that and landing at nighttime. So, yeah, we'll try to land back into Charlotte during the day and go from there. So, yeah, just hang tight, guys. I'm going to reboot the sim. It's like I said, I don't fly without track IR. So, stand by for a moment. Let's see. Shut you down. Might as well shut you down as well. Say homeschool is a W. Hey, I'm telling you, in today's time, definitely is. Let me put some let me put this stuff here in the chat as well. Yeah, we'll boot back in here and try to get going. All right, track R is good now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do not fly without track R. I can't do that static crap. Sorry, but it is beneath me. We're in the 3D world. We're gonna fly like we're in the 3D world. I can't fly a 3D world in the 2D atmosphere. So yeah, we're gonna reload here and get back going. Cause yeah, since the inception of streaming, you guys will not find a single video on my channel where I'm not using track R. It's impossible. I'm not doing it. I don't have anything keybind for that stuff because I'll never do it. So if you guys ever come here and I'm not using track R on my stream, it's probably because it broke and I'm just waiting for it to for a new one to arrive or something. But yeah, I gotta have the head movement. Got to have it. But yeah, for some reason I was switching between the sceneries to check, make sure everything was good, and the sim just shut down. I've had that happen before. Whenever I try to switch between sceneries, so I should have shut down track R and then opened it back up once that got going, but I didn't. But all is good. Hey Mike, how long are you out of school for? Well, I might as well throw this.
Handful to Bravo 10 off the left. Roger that, out of discretion and caution. Bravo.
Hard up and forward on Tango, change 253 and 2 squawk VFR.
Is it change approved? Squawk VFR, helicopter 4 Delta Tango, thank you.
All right, we can listen to ground at tower and approach here in Boise.
64 Bravo, switching departure, thanks, yeah. Back 9 Romeo, good morning. Departure, medevac 64 Bravo.
Yeah, I got off work here at 6 o'clock.
Medevac 64 Bravo,
Earlier.
departure radar contact, clear direct roar.
Direct roar, medevac 64 Bravo.
Ate me some breakfast and then was getting this flight all set up. So we'll do that. Try to knock this flight out, and then I'm gonna probably go to sleep so I can get ready for work tonight, which is my Friday tonight. Today's Wednesday, Tuesday, one of those. Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, so I'll be working tonight until Wednesday morning.
Go 3025, taxi to you west, yes, that'd be Alpha.
Our helicopter 8365 Echo looking to depart from the helipad for right traffic.
Helicopter.
Sorry, just take off from the helipad for right traffic.
Clear for takeoff.
And then I'll be off in the morning. So like I said, I may do another one of these type of flights in the morning when I get off work, and then we'll plan to do the departure from Frankfurt probably around 9 or 10 p.m. When the sun is still up in Germany, and then that way we can get back here during the day. So it'll probably be the evening in Germany by the time we leave. So we'll get to probably see sunset, daytime sunset time. And then, let me see what the clock says. What does our clock say? Where's our clock?
We can do that. I'll punch the numbers first.
Because right now it's 4 o'clock in Stuttgart. Yeah, I'm not sure how we'll do. Stuttgart is right down the street from there. So, yeah, it may end up being a night flight because it's 4 o'clock there. No, it'll still be daytime there. Yeah, it'll be like the afternoon or sometime when we leave there, and then it'll be early morning landing back here in Charlotte.
Boise ground, Scouts 5386, gave Bravo 1, ready to push with Zulu, positive de-ice.
Scouts 5386, Boise ground, push back out of your discretion.
Our discretion, Scouts 5386.
And JJ, you said you got that flight going later today.
63 Echo helipad, clear for the option, wind 0011.
JJ, did you stream? Let me see, do you stream? Oh, you at least do videos. Let me throw you a follow here, JJ. I'll check your stuff out. Oh, you do stream. You got some lives. Holy cow, JJ, you haven't streamed in 4 years? Or at least doesn't have a live one at a modest time.
69 approach Meridian 209 Papa Whiskey 17000, information Alpha.
Meridian 219 Papa Whiskey, Big Sky approach, thanks for Alpha. Descend to maintain 9000, and where are you parking?
9000, parking at Jackson, 9 Papa Whiskey.
9 Papa Whiskey, roger, expect a visual approach from my 10 right.
Visual 10 right, 9 Papa Whiskey.
Alright, we'll hop back in here and get things going. Like I said, knock this flight out and then I'll call it a day. Looks like it's good. Let's get some
Boise clear.
things ordered. Here we go.
137 Whiskey Sierra.
Get that correct. I think I'm gonna have to mess with my fuel again. Get that, make sure GSX is good. Not that we'll really need it. Let me see, make sure the fuel's good. I don't know why it messes with this. I think I had 35 there or something. The other weight stayed the same. 9190, this should be like 15. Yeah, that's about right. Should be that.
Boise clearance number 137 Whiskey Sierra. Tower helicopter 8365, echo requesting to take off.
Alright, we're back. Golden. Alright, so yeah, we're at Jackson Center here. Like I said, we'll get back in here now that my track R is back functioning. Let me get all my other stuff back going as well. Let's see. Test this, make sure this works. Thought I had that on. I guess I did not. Alright, let me see. Let's see if the weather changes here. It may or may not change. We'll see. But yeah, we are in the Barren. I've read a little bit on the aircraft. Its max takeoff weight is 5,400 pounds, and can hold up to 172 gallons of fuel. Usable 166, so 86 in each tank, each wing tank. It's IO 550 engines on each side, so we got 300 horses on each side here. That's pulling. Cruise speed is about 153 economy, 180 normal, and I believe 193 maximum cruise speed. Ceiling is about 20,000 feet, 20,600 feet. We're going to be cruising at 12,000 feet. Maybe even we might stay lower, but the route that I had to reconfigure for from what SimBrief tried to give us would take us right into some mountains, so I had to kind of redo the route. Unfortunately, this aircraft doesn't have a EFB in it. This is not the latest Pro version of Black Square, so unfortunately we only have the first version that came out. Wasn't going to spend money again for the other one. So yeah, this is the one we're going with, the one that we're using. And again, we got 3 people that's going to be in the aircraft with us, myself and the 3 occupants that were taking over to Spokane. So yeah, hopefully you guys are ready. Flight time's supposed to be about 2 hours. It's supposed to take us about 20 minutes to get up to 12,000 feet. And we're not in the pressurized Barren, so we're just in the standard one. And we should be at cruise for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes at cruise on our way to Spokane. And the weather looks good there. I actually wanted to do this flight yesterday morning, but the weather was terrible. So the plan this morning, when I was thinking about doing this flight, was to do it in the Keen Air. But the Keen Air is a little bit more work than I care to deal with, and the weather got better today. So yesterday was overcast at like 3,500 to 6,000 feet, I think it was, and I didn't want to take this aircraft up in that. So weather got better today, so that's what we're doing. We're going to jump in this aircraft and go. But while we're here, let's look at this airport, because the airport is pretty well put together. It's by Vertical Simulations. We got a NetJets over here on the ramp. But we got the FAA building here We'll go out this way so you guys can really see it. Looks like I got a 175 taking off. But the buildings look pretty cool. We are using a freeware version, and hold on, let me see something. For it says 1 Celsius here. A freeware version for Spokane, which is decent enough to do the flight. But this scenery is very detailed. As we got a 170, 175 taxi in here for departure. What's up with his wheels? Looks like it rode in paint. Let's go over here to the cargo ramp. And we're on our own time, so we're good. We'll get going when we do. But the looks like the UPS ramp over here, I'm assuming. I believe these aircraft was from being created from PSXT. Pretty much all of these aircraft are. I don't think there's any default built-in, I don't believe. And we got one that's not picking up an actual texture there, but these are all from PSXT static aircraft that's built in the sim. But the airport actually looks pretty good. We'll get back to the other side and look at the and take a look at the terminal, of which we got another FBO there, looks like, called the terminal, I guess, if this is what it really looks like here in Boise. But they actually did a pretty good job from what I see. I don't know what this airport looks like in the real world. Looking at it here has made me want to do a flight over to there. We got a bunch of warthogs on the field here. We got some Apaches as well, quite a bit of Apaches. Now these are all, of course, built into the scenery, and looks pretty darn good. Looks very nice. We got all of those guys. Like I said, we got a lot of Apaches. Oh, we got some other fighter jets here too. I don't know if these are 14s or 18s. I'm not too sure. I'm not savvy on the military jets. But these are all part of the scenery as well. Those are. And we got the military vehicles over here. Fuel trucks, looks like. We got one. I don't know if this is a Sikorsky or what. Again, I'm not too savvy on these aircraft. But then got a crap load of them back here as well. You can see from the tower. Tower's not bad looking either. The windows look pretty decent. Could look better. Tower could look better, but it's not bad. But yeah, we're not going to fly back here, so I figure we might as well just kind of take a look around. But yeah, it's kind of bland. The window textures kind of look decent, though. I kind of like it actually has that type of glass to it. And again, more military vehicles over here. And also over here. I didn't realize SkyWest has a maintenance hangar here. All the way down here. Let's go all the way down here. It's a nice built scenery, though. We'll say that. Let's see what we got. Yeah, they got one aircraft down here. Yeah, SkyWest has a nice maintenance hangar out here. Looks pretty good. Yo, what up, armchair? Yes, sir. I like doing these from Say Intentions. They have quite a bit of them. It's cool because it's kind of, you know, brings awareness to the charitable organizations for the veterans and other organizations that they have, which is pretty cool. And you are military as well, right, armchair? if I remember correctly. All right, we'll slide over here to the terminal. I don't think there's really much of anything back here. But yeah, I do like that Sand Tensions has that. Kind of helps get away from the airliners, do some GA. Have a little bit of a purpose of doing some GA. I thought so. I thought so. Hey, man, appreciate your service. $14 years. Wow. Had you ever been out here to Boise for any reason? I didn't realize until I actually came to the scene and was like, whoa, this thing is pretty saturated with military. Did not know that because I've never had any reason to be out here or fly here. I think American does a couple flights here, few flights. Not. I haven't actually gotten any on the schedule. You know what? I think I may have gotten 1 or 2 on the schedule. But haven't actually didn't actually keep the schedule because the other flights were kind of trash, so I ended up skipping it and going to picking a different schedule. But yeah, actually looks pretty cool. It's not a bad looking scenery. The interiors, it's there. It's nothing crazy to write home about, but it's pretty decent looking. It's not bad at all. Yeah, pretty decent looking scenery, and because of the direction of flight today, we're not gonna get to really taxi passing it is because everything's taking off to the east. So we'll have a short taxi from where we are going to with an eastbound departure, and then we'll should give us a left turn out to the north is what they should give us. Be strange for them to give us a right turn out, cross back in front of the other runway there. You said never been to Fort Polk, Fort Stewart, Korea, Egypt, Italy, Germany. Oh, you said never, but you've been to Fort Polk, Fort Stewart, Korea, Egypt, Italy, Germany, and of course Afghanistan. And geez Louise, man, that's some traveling, but that is definitely some experience there. Wow. And 14 years, man, you've pretty much been everywhere. Everywhere that mattered. All right, let's hop in here, see if we can okay, I was about to say, is my sounds working? I couldn't tell if my sounds were working. Let's try to get this flight underway, get these good folks to Spokane so we can get a look at his post-op. Let's see. Let me get the I'm gonna have to get out the checklist because I have not looked at the checklist at all. So let's see what we got. Yeah, and unfortunately, like I said, we don't have an EFB, so we can't really look at many things here. But yeah, I really do appreciate Sand Tensions for that. I've never been in the military, but again, definitely respect our military of our country. All right, let me see. Jeez, that's small. I can't read that. Let's see. Pre-flight, the typical pre-flight stuff. Let's see something here. All right, engine code. The engine's definitely going to be cold here. Let's get you out of the way. Should be pretty standard on startup for what the startup should be and entail. Start number 2 first. All right, we got fuel pumps on. We got full fuel. Pretty sure it's going to be pump on. Why am I barely hearing it though? Like barely hearing inside of here. Introduce fuel. Is our fuel flow? It's got to get moving. Fuel flow gauge isn't moving though. It should. Oh, I raised the wrong one. That's why. Alright, we should get fuel flow. There we go. And let's see if this one starts this way. Nope, it stopped. Alright, let's drop this back down. Man, this thing is not very loud. Okay, maybe we need to leave the mixture on. Maybe turn the pump back off. Ah, crap. The Bonanza for some reason gives me the same troubles. It's kind of weird. Oh, off there. Nope, it won't even start up without the pump on. Let's try it again. Okay, let's go mixture off. Prop full forward. May have flooded it. Hope that didn't take. Alright, that took. Now let's go fuel pump off. Probably would help having our beacon and nav lights on too. Let's get those on. See, it's 37 degrees in here. Alright, we'll get this stuff on here. Blower, we'll get that on. Let's open up the heater. Alright, we got a good start on number 2. Let's do start number 1. Mixture in. Bring that up to around the same. See if we get a good start on it. Nope. Aircraft is so quiet, and that's with the window open. It's still quiet. Alright, we got a good start now. Let's bring our RPMs back some. Back to around 10, and let's lean. Let's also get our pumps back off. Alright, we'll leave it there. Let's lean. Let's get avionics on. Taxi light on here as well. Let me see what you say. You say if you ever invest in any other hardware, look into the. Oh, I have looked at the Moza, man, but Moza stuff is pretty expensive. It's so worth it. I picked mine up this past. Oh, where'd you pick it up from? That's cool. I was watching V1 yesterday before I left to go to work, and I know he flies with one. I used the Moza yoke. Let's go back. Let's go to flight plan. We'll download the one that we have. upload, import. Oh, what'd that say? Load and flight. Oh, okay. Said it was loading it. We'll wait for it. See if it loads in. Alright, I may have stopped it. Let's go back, import. Load and flight plan from Sim8. What is Sim8TC? No, it should not be loaded. Oh, you know what? I think it's doing that because I turned off the, because of the problem I was having with the A2A airplane. I haven't actually tested it out again, but the weird bouncing and stuff that it does. So yeah, I think that's probably why it's not pulling it like it should. All right, let me get that flight plan. We'll just put it in. I'll just put it in here manually. All right, we're going direct image. And actually, we still got to call clearance to make sure we get the same one. Oh, at Micro Center. Yeah, I got to see if there's a Micro Center out here around me. I know there was one. I knew exactly what the one was back in Houston, but I haven't actually even looked for one out here in Dallas. Set 12,000. Some annunciator light checks. All right, good on the gear, transition, flaps. Our panel up top, everything's lighting up there. Let's see, 69 in here now. All right, at least it's warming up. It was colder than that. Radio is on. Let's monitor number 2 as well. All right, that's on now. We'll let the engines warm up. GT still cold. Oh, it's in the green already, so that's good. See what's the temperature outside. That's like 30 something degrees. Go ahead and close that. Yeah, we won't need any of these. Those are all good and set. Alright, so we don't need, we'll get landing lights on when we're ready to go. Set trim. It's gonna be up 3. Actually, should only be up 0 since we got more than enough passengers in the back. So how do you like it? You got it all set up and working with it? Let's go. We don't need a test. We'll just set it to home. Actually, yeah, no, I turned the charts off on here just because it was said to be messing with things on oh, you set that to auto. Yeah, I said it was messing with things with the A2A airplane, so they suggested doing the turn off charts. Somebody suggested it, so I figured I might as well check it. But I mean, I think I get good FPS. The problem was it would do these weird judders, and in doing so, then it would take a big bite out of FPS every time it does it. A2A knows about it. They just hasn't been a fix for it. What? Why is this showing this call sign in my airplane? That is not the call. It better not have switched it outside the airplane either. Okay, it didn't. Why is it picking it up from that tail number? It shouldn't be picking it up from that tail number. Let's see something here. this. Yeah, I don't like this at all of what they got going. I don't have to put all of this stuff in here. I do not like this new thing that they've done on said tensions with having to, having to figure this out. And actually, I don't even, you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't care that it's showing that. We'll just leave it like that. I'm not messing with it because it knows what our call sign is. It just changed the tail number. That's all inside the airplane, so I'm not going to mess with it because it already knows what our call sign is actually going to be. It's not just a basic one. Yeah, set it up and download the 777 and 73 profile based on their flight characteristics. And it feels pretty good. That's pretty badass, man. That is pretty badass. Yeah, I'll have to look into it, man, when my money gets a little bit better. I'll definitely have to do so. All right, let me see if I can get these guys up. Let's see. I'm looking at my EFB here. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't have one built into the aircraft. Let's see. 23,900 on the ATIS.
LU. Arriving and departing runways 10 right, 10 left. Wind 120 at 5. Visibility 10.
Oh, you
Sky
do fly in
conditions,
VR, that's right.
Clear. Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3015. Density altitude 1500 feet. Advise on initial contact. You have information India. Boise Air Terminal / Gowan Field. Information India.
Yeah, because this isn't going to bring up my charts. Because like I said, I turned that off. So let's see. Let's go back. I don't want to put this stuff in yet until we get the, yeah, see, I turned charts off on the 750. All right, clearance is 25,900. Let's do that. Hello, Boise clearance, Compassion Flight 2286, looking to pick up IFR clearance to Spokane.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Yeah, I also posted on yesterday in the forum for saying tensions if they can see about fixing the
Compassion 2286, Boise clearance cleared to Spokane, radar vectors emit, then as filed, climb and maintain 6000, expect 12,010 minutes after departure, departure on 126.9 and squawk 3663, expect runway 10 left.
Enter. Alright, cleared to Spokane via radar vectors emit, then as filed, climb maintain 6000, expect 12,010 minutes after. Departure is going to be 26.9 and squawking 3663 and expect runway 10 left. Compassion flight 2286. Alright, we got that in already. We got the read back. Alright, we can
Compassion 2286, read back correct.
Alright, we can finish doing the oh, and the Moza has all the force feedback and everything too, right? See, all right then, Victor 4. Let me see if it'll actually let me put airways in. I don't know that it will. Yeah, it won't let us put Victor. It can do Victor Airways, but it won't let me actually. Let me see. Let's see if it'll actually let me. I don't think it will. I swear the 750 is supposed to let you put airways in as well. I thought it would, but I guess it does not. Alright, I'm gonna just type it in, type everything in independently. That's what we'll do to still take us on those Routes northwest that checks. Say the AY210 base is for, oh, the base itself. Got you. BKE. That's going to be Baker City. And it's 100 miles. At the next waypoint, I-beam. That checks. Add another waypoint. It's going to be ALW VOR. That's not right. Or is it? Did I put that in there correctly? Let's see. Yeah. All right, next waypoint, ALW. All right, there it goes, the Walla Walla VOR. Yo, man, that's cool. I'm glad you got it, and it's working like you needed to. It's worth the money. I'm pretty sure it's pretty heavy duty looking, and feeling as well. We got GEG. Yeah, and on this, we can't really, the yoke is separate to the base, so you would need both. $6.99 for the base and $149 for the yoke. So almost $8.50. And that's all at Micro Center, which still saving you some money because you're not having to have it shipped, so that's cool. From somewhere else. Let me see, I don't think I can even get the procedures. Yeah, because it's not getting, I don't think. Let's see, arrival. Oh, it does still give us those. Not the arrival, we don't want though. Where'd the approach go? Oh, gotta pick approach. Okay, yeah, we still get all of that. I just don't get the charts. Alright, that's fine. We can deal. I can do that on my EFB here. Alright, got everything in place here. Let's get where is it at? Let's go here. Let's go here. Frequencies, and we got ATIS already. We got clearance delivery. Let's go ground. Get 121,700 up. Swap those two around.
Gas 4682, go ahead.
Yeah, once we get going here, are we okay to, are we clear to do a fast bleed start right here, or do you want us to get clear and do it somewhere else?
Well, as soon as you turn on Alpha,
oh yeah, that makes sense, because then you just kind of pay that off,
then we'll need,
you know, as time goes on.
Take off then.
No problem, Gas 4682, call me at about, let's go at the top there at 1600, and then we'll get back that, and we get your airborne wheels up at about 6.
Wilco, thanks.
Alright, so we got the flight plan in. Let's see, that's good there.
Let's 101 Golf Victor, run complete, ready to taxi from Carmel, information bubble.
101 Golf Victor, Boise, Carmel, 1 right, taxi at Foxtrot, Juliet.
See traffic. And I should already have traffic turned on here. We should already see it.
Taxi at Foxtrot, Juliet. 1 Golf Victor.
Just 101 Golf Victor, just 5 runway, 10 right.
Why am I not able to pick traffic? I don't need charts to see traffic, but I just not have traffic anywhere near us.
Looks like there's a Meridian taxiing in on taxiing Kilo there.
Let's see, system. Setup. Options. We should be seeing traffic data. Why am I not seeing traffic data? That's kind of weird. Hold on, let me see something. Set up. I don't want to look at that. This thing better show traffic. This is showing traffic. Alright, we'll roll with it from there. Yeah, I don't know why it won't let me see traffic here. But oh well, we got that going. Let's see, let's get our engines even. Yeah, I didn't even think about the micro center car though. That's a good suggestion there. Let's see, let's get this up here, 2,800 feet. Alright, the engine should be pretty good and warmed up. It's 15:54 now, we're slightly behind. It's a perfectly nice sunny day. Alright, we got the engine started here. Let's see, hot start, no hot start stuff. It start good. We got the after start lights, weather radar on or off. Avionics are on, cabin air and heat on. We're 79 degrees in here. Air conditioning's good, mixture's lean. Parking brake, we'll get it released here shortly. It's a lot on the run up. Should be pretty smooth, easy on the run up information. We'll do that. Let's see. Alright, so from where we are. Alright, let me see. We got traffic here. Let me see if I actually see it now. I don't know why I can't see traffic. That's weird. Very strange there. Very strange. But we'll move. We'll keep going without it. Alright, let's see here. Let's drop this.
Hello, Colonel, altimeter 3015.
Right up, left down, left up, right down, tail up, forward aft. Can't see the tail from in here, but we got some good views here in the aircraft too as well. Nice views. Flaps retracting. Yeah, I'll probably use this one a lot. Alright, we got initial 6,000. We're squawking 3663. So we got our clearance to Spokane. Let's see. Really want to see if it's picking up traffic on this. If it's picking up traffic on here, then we're fine. I can still see traffic. Actually, let's go back here.
Good morning, Skywest 3038 at Charlie 5. We have Charlie and we're ready to push negative DIs.
It says traffic normal. Yeah, we should. There's traffic around. Oh,
3038 Boise ground, roger.
Way high.
Push back to discretion.
Push up discretion, Skywest 3038.
Alright, let me look at our chart here so I can see where we're taxiing to. You already said we're planning for 10 left. Let's get away from these guys.
Call 455, Boise ground.
Call flaps open. Yeah, they're open.
45, roger, taxi, via taxi lane Kilo to Bravo Golf intersection for departure.
Taxi lane Kilo to Bravo Golf, and we're still taking a squawk on
045 squawk 4331.
4331, 045 right.
Alright, autopilot's good and working. I like the throttles are pretty stable in this one, unlike the Bonanza. Let's see. Alright, ball's turning the opposite to turn. Turn coordinates turning with the turn. HSI is lined up with the compass. Alright, we'll get this flight underway. I'm going to be looking all over the screen here at Yeah, see, even with the 172 here, it's not, he's not even showing up on here. Maybe because we're on the ground, maybe that's why it's not picking up. That could be. Alright, we're at 2,800 feet. Let's see, is there a run-up area? I assume our run-up is going to be from where we are. Yeah, let's see, there's nobody behind us. Yeah, we can do the run-up in front of the FAA building. Let's go park and brake on. Go mixture all the way rich. And let's see what the run-up information is in this one. Alright, parking brake, annunciators tested, remote compass. Let's see, that one is supposed to be, where is it at? This one. Yeah, that one's normal. Alright, we got GPS set as well. Alright, mixture's full rich, we'll throttle it up to 1700 on the RPM. Dial it back some. Alright, 1700. Where's the vacuum pump? De-ice is off. Alternator is on. Where's our vacuum pump? Why am I not? Oh, over here. Alright, we got in the green on the vacuum pump. Engine instruments are all in the green there. Fuel flow's good, RPM's good, CHT's good, EGT's good, engine temps, oil temps and pressure looks good. Let me see, I have to look off to the right of my screen to look at everything. I just want us to do the props that soon. Alright, we'll start prop 1. We're looking at the RPM, should get a drop there.
Ground Skywest 3038, ready to taxi.
Fuel flow drops.
3038, runway 10 right at Whiskey, taxi via Alpha Whiskey, across runway 10 left at Whiskey.
Increase in manifold
runway
pressure
10 right at Whiskey, taxi Alpha Whiskey, cross 10 left
right,
at
that was 3 on number 1, we'll do number 2. RPM drop there. And back to 17.
Seabird 222 Heavy requesting taxi to the gate.
Did he say Speedbird? Why am I?
Speedbird 222 Heavy, expect runway 10 left, taxi via Delta Alpha Juliet, hold short of runway 10 right, then Foxtrot Kilo.
What's Speedbird doing here? That's interesting. Didn't think I'd, okay, yeah, traffic is showing. Let me see if it's showing here. No, it still won't let us see it on the 750. All right, let me do one more.
Speedbird 222 Heavy, we are requesting taxi to a gate, please.
I know. What is British Airways?
Speedbird 222 Heavy, taxi to Terminal B gate, one at your discretion.
We do have Charlie, Skywest 3038.
That's not him. What is British Airways doing here? Boise. All right, I gotta check this out.
Taxi to Terminal B gate R1, Speedbird 222 Heavy.
That's not him. Where's this guy at? That's kind of strange. I should be hearing, should not be hearing a,
Are we able to get full length?
British Airways here. That's odd.
3038, hold short, runway 10 right at Whiskey, and contact tower.
Alright, we'll hold short 10 right
Make sure I don't have
at
some
Whiskey,
other
contact tower, Skywest 3038.
settings still on from the last flight here in pilot portal. Because I don't want to hear unnecessary audio coming in here.
You pass behind company, so the passing up your left, then Alaska tail. Runway 10 right at Whiskey, taxi via Alpha Whiskey, cross runway 10 left at Whiskey.
Alright, pass by the company 10 right at Whiskey, Alpha Whiskey, cross 10 left at Whiskey, Sky 4682.
Yeah, again, I don't see this guy here, so I'm not even sure how he's, oh, is this him in purple? Oh no, that's the airport. Yeah, there's nobody here. Why am I hearing a Speedbird here?
Boise Tower, Alaska 1503 with you, taxi to the gate.
I'm not seeing none of these guys here. I don't know why am I picking them up.
Alaska 1503, tower is on 118.1, taxi to Terminal B, Gate 21B via Delta Alpha Charlie, hold short of runway 28 right, then Charlie, hold short of runway 28 left, then Bravo Delta. Good day.
Alaska
1503, cross runway 28 right, then continue taxi via Charlie, hold short of runway 28 left, then Bravo Delta.
Finish my checkout. Alright, let's check the bags.
298, Papa Charlie at Western Aircraft,
Right.
correction. At Southeast
Drop on the right.
Sorry, ground, but there seems to be a A350 parked at my gate. Could you please tell them off and give me another gate?
Alaska 1503, stand by, checking for available gate.
Back to boat, left. Back to boat. Alternators, we should see lights, and on the annunciators pop up, they do. And the alternator load should drop off to nothing. Does. Let's get it back on. We see it coming up. One comes back up. Two pops back up. We're even across. Let's go local time. It's 9:04. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, I think that should be it as far as the run-up exercise. Check left mag, instruments, annunciator lights. All check, prop heat, propeller amps. So we gotta check all of these. Let's go. Alright, we get amps populate there for propeller. We're supposed to check all of these. Yeah, we see the load increase then decrease when we turn those off. We're good there. So it should be able to drop. There's a lot to check in this airplane. Let's just stop at 10. Boot press. We got boots in here? I don't see boots in here. Air conditioned heater.
Good morning, ground sky 3740. We have Charlie. We're pushing back on Bravo 20, positive DI.
I think that's it.
3740, boys ground, push back at your discretion.
It says
runway
boot
10
pressure.
at
Boot pressure. Surface de-ice manual. Boot pressure 15 to 20.
Alright, push back at discretion, and we'll expect whiskey. Skywest to the 3740.
We're not using that. Let me see, where's it supposed to show up at? Oh, here. I don't think it moved though when I did it. Oh, there it goes. Or it's supposed to hold it till it gets to 15. I guess it peaks out at 15, or we stop it at 15. All right, that looks like that checks. We shouldn't need it though on this flight. Just our source. We'll go RNAV.
Boise ground, good morning. Horizon 2239, be advised.
Windows, doors are all closed and locked. We'll call that.
Horizon 2239, boys ground, push back at your discretion. Expect runway 10 right at whiskey for departure.
Right, before takeoff, cabin pressure, we don't need.
Alrighty, roger that. Thanks for the heads up.
Doors are closed. Mixture, oil temps are good. Boost pumps are off. Air conditioning is off. Lights are on. Transponders already on alt. Weather radar is already on as well.
Yeah, I'm over at the outside.
Full open, brakes release. Well, we don't have to hold the brakes for this runway. Instruments, landing gear, positive rate, flaps retract at 100 knots. Autopilot engage if we so choose. And then max continuous power.
Helicopter 2 Juliet, departure frequency 126.9, squad 4353.
700, throttle, full open, power flaps as required, air conditioning as going. We get
Helicopter 2 Juliet, departure frequency 126.9.
En route climb will be mixture of max as needed, prop 2500. Sand tensions. That's not sand tensions you hear. That's live ATC that you hear there.
Helicopter 2 Juliet, sir, contact caller when you're ready.
Let's see. All right, we should be good there for that for now. All right, we got ground and tower. We get short of tower. We'll pull up the departure frequency. All right, so we're on Alpha 7, holding short of Alpha.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming Airport, fifth fly, runner heading. Expect radar vector.
Hello, Boise ground, compassion flight 2286. We are on Alpha 7, holding short of Alpha. Ready to taxi runway 10 left.
Compassion 2286, Boise ground, runway 10 left, taxi via Alpha 7, Alpha Whiskey.
To runway 10 left via Alpha 7, Alpha Whiskey, compassion flight 2286. All right, we're clear left and right.
One zero right at Whiskey, taxi via Alpha Whiskey.
Yeah, but that guy was definitely
10 left at Whiskey.
That was just giving us our instructions there.
Cross 10 left.
I wonder if that's the
Alpha Whiskey, hold short of right.
I wonder if this little area over here may be the run-up area. All right, let's switch over to tower. Slow down. Departure's 26,900. Put them on standby. He said Whiskey, so right here. Looks like somebody's nearby. Just took off or about to.
That's 4682, contact departure, see ya.
Departure's got 4682.
Number 432, Juliet, here, contact departure.
They're going to give us radar vectors.
Departure's got 4682, 4001 climb.
Hello, Boise Tower, compassion flight 2286, holding short runway 10 left at Whiskey, ready for departure.
Compassion 2286, Boise Tower, runway 10 left, winds 100 at Niner, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
All right, copy the winds, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 10 left, compassion flight 2286. All right, so we'll set heading bug to 100. That'll be one more to there. All right, that's runway heading. All right, let's go. Let's get lights up. We'll go ahead and get taxi light off now. Get strobe light on. We'll start the clock.
IFR 6 in trouble.
131, Romeo, Roger, IFR cancellation.
Clear right.
Maintain VFR and your present beat
Runway
good. I'll give
clear,
you,
departure
I'll
clear.
cut you loose here in about 10 miles.
Okay, present code 1 Romeo.
Niner, runway 10 right at Whiskey, cleared for takeoff, flight right heading.
Okay, 10 right at Whiskey, clear for takeoff, runway heading. 221 Victor Papa.
Knots and rotate. And we got positive rate. Gear up. drop sync on. And tower compassion flight 2286, passing 3.6, climbing 6,000. How's my heading way off?
For 1 Romeo, Romeo.
You know what I turned?
12 block, 6 miles.
2286, climb and maintain 6,000 approved.
300 parts. Your likely merge. Would you like vectors from that traffic?
Okay, you're not gonna hand me off?
Yeah, vectors, great. 1 Romeo, Romeo.
Number 1 Romeo, Romeo.
Alright, we are runway heading, climb and maintain 6,000, compassion flight 2286. I guess it's not used to it being told that. I'm assuming.
1805, good day, Sky 4682.
Good morning, Big Sky, Station 221, Victor Papa. Radar contact.
Climb in, runway heading, we'll 16,000. 221, Victor Papa, Big Sky departure, radar contact, turn right direct.
Say again.
Right turn, direct high vol, 1 Victor Papa. 432 Julius here, radar service terminated, block VFR frequency.
I said contact departure. I don't know why the audio does that.
1 Romeo.
Alright, over to departure, compassion flight 2286.
Radar service terminated, block VFR frequency, through traffic back.
Hello, departure, compassion flight 2286, runway heading, passing 5.4, climbing 6,000.
Passion 2286, Big Sky departure, radar contact, turn left heading 305, vectors to Emmett, then on course.
And left turn to 305 for vectors to Emmett, compassion flight 2286.
Passion 2286, climb and maintain 12,000.
Climb and maintain 12,000, compassion flight 2286. 12,000 set there. 305. Gaining the fuel here. Make sure we're getting the best out of it. It's like normal outside, and all of a sudden it's snowy. There's the airport there.
Big Sky 5927, 198, sending via with Charlie.
Sky 5927, Big Sky, approach thanks for information, Charlie, out to the 3015, stay bridge.
We'd like the RNAV Zulu to hit right, Sky 5927.
5927, Roger, have your request.
Keep that turn going. We'll close the cowl flaps now.
Let's go 3751,
7,000.
via Red Cayenne 4. We got Charlie looking for the Zulu to right.
3750, Big Sky, approach, Roger. Thanks for information, Charlie, out to the 3015.
Set heading.
Number 221, Victor Pop, contact Celtic Center 128.05.
Passion 2286, direct Emmett, then is filed, please.
Good day.
Alright, direct Emmett, then it's filed compassion flight 2286. Let's go direct. And I
3750, complete the speeds on the arrival, keep it fast for me for your feet.
Let's go nav mode.
Speed up 3750.
Full throttle on the throttle. Actually, 125 is good. It actually looks like this out here. does. It's pretty nice. All right, passing 8,600. Let's see. CHT is going up, EGT looks good. Just watching my RPMs too. Not 1,000. Jeez, how far back can I lean? I feel like I'm gonna lose the engines. I keep. Alright, there we go. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get right there. Alright, we're through 9,000. Direct image. Yeah, don't know why I still can't see traffic on here. It's like I gotta have charts in order to see traffic. That's weird if that's the case. 12.5. No, we're not going 12.5, just 12. I don't know how I accidentally did that. Oh, I wonder if it was from this. Let's open this back up some more, get some cabin heat back going. Alright, we can go as high as 12,000, 12.5. We got to start getting some supplemental oxygen. Let's see. Alright, en route climb again with 25 and 25. We got 2,000 feet to go. Let's see. Full throttle. We're at 20. I might need to have the pitot heats on too, just in case. Fuel vent heat on. Stall warning heat. We get windshield on. Can't really see the power there. Like 50%. The aircraft's pretty stable. It's actually not bad. En route climb, all right, full open, 36 manifold, cowl flaps closed. Pressure's good, cabin heat is on. Cruise, cowl flaps will be closed then. We got them closed now. It's cold enough outside.
Jimmy cleared RNF to the runway 10 right approach.
Jimmy cleared for RNF to the 10 right approach. That was 3750.
That was 5927 at Colkey, cleared RNF through the runway 10 right approach.
At Colkey, cleared RNF Zulu 10 right. That was 5927.
Alright, there's 11,000 feet.
3750, maintain 210 knots or greater till 10 DME.
210 or greater till 10 DME.
That goes down some.
That was 5927, reduce speed to 210.
210, SkyWest, 5927.
See, I know we can see traffic. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I know we can see traffic on this.
Boise Tower, St. Luke's 1, Aviation Air Center. Information Charlie requested departure to the west. It's actually a 278 bearing.
St. Luke's 1, Boise Tower, departure from Aviation Air Center. We'll be at Northwest left turnout approved on course to Blue Dog, 3015, 10808.
Roger that, 3015 left. We'll be left downwind, departure on course.
Alright, it's 70 degrees.
I am not sure why it's closed. I think it might be for maintenance.
Burning evenly.
St. Luke's 1 is ready to contact the altitude.
3,300 here, St. Luke's 1.
Coming up on 12,000.
Looks 1, you contact report now
159 knots across the ground.
Roger, 119 or 6, through looks 1, we'll see ya.
Not bad. Go ahead, altitude set now.
Sky departure, St. Luke's 1 is within
This was pretty fast. The one in the Aerostar one, it's more closer to real life. You press it, it takes a little, it's time to level
this
off.
is my current, it looks like about 279, this is it right now. Looks 1.
Stay where you need it to.
The Southwest Texas Airlines for inbound traffic, flight 250 for now.
Roger that, 250, looks 1.
Whiskey, cleared, forward takeoff, fly right heading.
Fly right heading, 108,
For 101 Golf Victor Radar, terrain, block VFR, breaking stage.
Alright, we're looking good. At 12,000, alright, cruise, cowl flaps are already closed. Taxi lights are already off. Panel lights, we don't need that. Aircraft's looking good. Got 77 degrees inside the airplane here. So not bad. So cruise checklist. Let's see. So I might just watch you my whole road trip. I got 1 hour, 27 minutes left. Nice. We got about, let's see, what is our time in flight left here? We got an hour and 32 minutes. It says, well, yeah, we got an hour and 30 minutes until we reach the destination, it says. So we'll be here a little while. Altimeter check.
Show 3750, yard to the 10.
See what they say.
3750, Boise Star, 10, code land, wind 009er.
3015.
Copy that, 3015, Compassion Flight 2286. Alright, so cruise checklist. Cowl flaps are closed, landing lights, we'll leave them on. Pitot heat is on. It says if less than 4 Celsius, which it is. So we got those on. Windshield heat is on. Prop we don't need, we're not any visible moisture. So we'll leave that off. Surface de-ice, we don't need that. Fuel and balance, 15 gallons max. We don't have tip tanks. We're lean. Prop is 2500, throttle's full open. Says 33 manifold, we're not even near that. Or 33, I think is what that is. Let's see, cabin air is on, air conditioners definitely off, heaters on. Pressure we're not worried about, we're not climbing above 12,000.
Traffic and on navigation, looks 1.
986 Whiskey Uniform, in contact 3 miles southwest of Mammoth Airport, stay altitude type aircraft.
Yeah, we don't even need that.
We are at Cessna 172 and at 6,000, 986 Whiskey Uniform.
Oxygen, we got oxygen. Like I said, we won't need it. We're not climbing above 12,000. Our route here will keep us right at the MEA and the
Big Sky, good morning. Horizon 2239.
Because I'm not really a private jet person. If I'm not flying the airline, I'm doing props. And this is only 253 miles. If I take a jet, we'd be there in 10 minutes. I'm trying to see, and I don't like the default ones, the CJ4 and the citation that's built in here. I was heavily thinking about picking up the citation 10 from Flight FX. And I was also at first thinking about I was going to do the citation Mustang. But after reading some reviews, I read that it wasn't really worth buying, so I decided not to get it. But I would have definitely flown that aircraft because it's not a fast jet. It's a jet, but it's not a fast jet, so it would have been cool to fly that one. But I wasn't going to spend $24 for it to be less than default from what most people say. So but I still think I may get the citation 10 at some point and do a much longer flight. But these little 250-mile flights, we can easily do those in the prop aircraft. Like I said, the other one was going to be the King Air, which would have definitely been a lot faster than this aircraft, but I hadn't flown in a King Air in a while, and I didn't really want to be crazy on the checks and all of that stuff. No, I didn't do too great in this one, but a lot less than the Keen Air. Oh yeah, the PC-12. I don't think I have the PC-12. I have the TBM. We could have jumped in the TBM. I may try to jump in the TBM on one of these flights. I just haven't, quite a bit of these aircraft I haven't flown, and I like to at least know something about the airplane. We're at 87. It's getting hot. Just close that some. I do have the TBM 930, so yeah, right. The PC-12 is a prop, the Pilatus, but I haven't flown it. And I'm pretty familiar with the Beechcraft, the Bonanza, or the Baron. They're pretty similar. So just to get a flight in without having to read too much know-how of how to operate the aircraft before the flight and still be able to get the flight in, this was my next best option. So that's why I went with it. But we got plenty of flying to do, so yeah, I'll definitely try to jump to some of those other aircraft at some point in the future. But yeah, I do have those. Air shared cockpit. We should do. Hey, I'm cool with that. I do have the what is it? Your controls, but I haven't gotten to do any flights with anyone to really test it out. And I was kind of nervous of it just for the fact that she can actually mess with the rudder trim. Should be centered. I'll leave that be. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, I haven't actually been able to play around with it, and quite a few people have already said that it was a bit much, so I didn't want to, really mess with it. Haven't really gotten a chance to mess with it.
1744 Big Sky Approach, thanks for information, Charlie, altimeter 3015, the approach clear.
I just think saying I got like 10 airplanes around me, but not.
1744 rudder.
Just don't want to say intentions right now from what I see.
104 Quebec Tango, contact Port Chia.
For departure, thanks for ready. 104 Quebec Tango.
All right, at least we're looking good here, but heck yeah. I'm wondering though if, because I think, Mike, you're in 2024, right?
6,000 for 16,000 runway heading.
104 Quebec Tango, Big Sky Departure, radar contact, leaving 7,000, turn left direct feather.
7,000 direct feather, 104 Quebec Tango.
My wonder would be, if so, would we actually be able to fly it? If you're in 2024 and I'm in 2020. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, I haven't actually even read anything on it to check to see if that's doable, if it'll still work. I'm pretty certain it probably won't because of a difference in the number of things.
127 West Beach Airport, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir. What's the
The 137 West Beach 8,000.
I am not. I do not own 2024. I only own 2020.
Guys, 5927, turn left at Echo. Crosswind 10 left. Contact ground point 7.
Echo, crosswind your left,
Yeah, I have not picked up 2024 yet.
5 miles west, Boise.
At the moment, I don't plan on picking it up. But yeah, I do not have it.
City is about 480 Eastern.
Roger that. We'll get a mile north of the runway.
Got quite a bit of airplanes around us. I don't know why this is only showing. I got 2.
04 Quebec Tango, contact
0. I think it's because of the radius.
118.05 today.
118.05, 104 Quebec Tango today.
Yeah, unfortunately I am not. Because 2020 is does good enough for me.
3 miles southbound.
I'm happy with 2020. I know there's ways of getting like your controls to port over to 2024, but like I said, as long as 2020 still works, I'm using it. I have no reason to switch over to 2024. It looks decent, it looks nice, but I'm happy with what I have as of now. That could change in the future. Not sure that it will, but it could.
Maintain VFR at or below 6,000.
Oh yeah, they had it like that in for 2020. I think it was the Game Pass when it first came out. Yeah, we'll see. My thing is, I'd hate to move it to another sim just for them to come out with another sim and then another sim, and it just becomes just, you know, like the consoles all over again. I don't want to just keep swapping out stuff and switching to this and switching to that just because it's the latest. Oh man, armchair. Yeah, man, I'm a simple dude, man. I'm a simple guy. If what works fine. It doesn't give me any problems. I'm staying with what I have. Now, of course, as I said before, if they completely shut the servers off on 2020 for whatever reason to force people to move over, then that's another story. We'll see. Let's see, this 2026. Let's give it to the end of this year. If they don't make any new announcements for Flight Sim 2028, then I'll take your word for it. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe they announced 2024, like what, 2 years into 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Say stay where you are. It's like starting out. Yeah, see, and that's what I heard too. That too is why I was in no hurry to switch. Oh, you know what? I probably can't hear him because I don't have the volume all the way up. Our volume is all the way up. It's at 100. I did hear that. I know it, like I said, it's gotten, I assume, somewhat better, but I do recall hearing that from quite a few people. That's why I'm never really quick to jump on something new. When it first comes out, I've had my times in the console world and early on PC stuff of being the guinea pig for brand new things. So I try to steer clear of being the guinea pig if I can help it, unless it's like an add-on that I really like and want to be want to have it and get it out into the sim world pretty quick, like an aircraft or something. But an entire sim of having to get used to it. Let's get our course correct.
Out of 7, left turn, direct goal, Oscar was 3740.
Number 7, Whiskey Sierra, traffic factor, climbing in 16,000. 16,000. Whiskey Sierra, sorry, I missed that here by climbing in 16,000, 16,000.
Yeah, my 2020 is smooth. I got no issues with it. Like I said, the few issues I was having with it a while back was
2286, contact Salt Lake Center on 128.05.
Was all user-induced for the most part. All right, over to Salt Lake Center on 28.05, Compassion Flight 2286, thank you. Switch over. Good morning, Salt Lake Center, Compassion Flight 2286. We are at 12,000.
Compassion 2286, Salt Lake Center. Good morning, Weiser, altimeter 3018.
Altimeter 3018, Compassion Flight 2286. What'd you say, spam the chat to get him to move over? All right, there we go. It's about right. So if you just stay on 2020 and then you come through with the 1. Hey, like I said, long as this one works, man, again, the only thing I'd say, it's like small things. And right now, the only small thing, and I'm waiting to see what happens from say intentions, and that's pilot control lighting. I absolutely miss messing with the lights in the real world. So if I can get pilot control lighting from they finally added back. They had it at one point, then they took it off because they said the distance to ground was not there, or they had it very limited through Microsoft, so they turned it off because it was useless. Now I do know there is some new person that has it, has just the add-on for 2024 only. So I'm hoping that we got nothing there. I'm really hoping that say intentions get that going and have it working for both sims. I'll be very happy if that happens. But if not that, and then maybe, again, very small things that make a difference to me would probably be the only reason to get me to do it. But otherwise, most likely not. So I'm really hoping and counting on say intentions to get the get things rolling on their side with that pilot control lighting, because that's going to be pretty cool. There we go. Yeah, and Mike, hopefully that drive is going well for you. You said you were driving somewhere, right? Safe travels. Let me make sure I'm not burning too low. I got to figure out what the EGT is supposed to be. What we're supposed to be burning. That's the one thing I noticed in the we're burning 12.7 barrels, doing about 22 gallons an hour. Looking at the JPI. You know what? Let me just look at the JPI. That'll kind of get me where I need to be on the lean. Let's see. Lean, fine. Let's do that. Richard Peak. Alright, now it's dropping back. Alright, that's where we should be at around there. Let's get this one there too. Maybe 1450. Man, this isn't bad. We're barely burning 22 gallons, what, 23 gallons an hour, if that. That's not bad for the Baron. I think the Aerostar is burning like around 27, 28, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember well. When we last flew it. Spokane. No weather data available. I may have completely signed out of here instead of just removing the charts. Because I should be getting all of this stuff. Let's preview. Runways, we got one runway, single runway, almost 11,000 foot runway. Yeah, we're not gonna mess this one up. ATIS is 2432.
Request center, global 515,
32 set on standby. Going with 2024 because now anyone watching me in VR will see the old VR and not the two. Oh, that was the difference? So in 2022, that's how it was seen? Hold on, aren't I following you, Armchair? And if so, when have you been streaming? I haven't seen it. Oh man, you're not even streaming. At least not on YouTube. You're streaming on Twitch. Cause that's about the only way I can see you in VR. Is that like if you got people at the house or something and you're on it and they're seeing it, they get to see it exactly how you see it versus the two-eyed setup. I assume that's what you're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign back into my PMS 50 setup on here. Yeah, I was about to say, man, how did I miss a stream?
555 Hotel, below.
Let me set this one to 3018.
3018, direction 1330,000 for 555 Hotel. Copy that, 301.
Alright, we've been flying for 33 minutes. We're on all tanks. Just drop down. Put that back up. So yeah, like I said, I'm already on it. All right. Let me also see about. Let me make sure it's actually still showing me on active on this. Let me go to the flight tracker. Since I had to restart the sim, I hope it didn't take it away. Okay, yeah, it does still show me on. All right, good. Just wanted to make sure we are still running a mission. Okay, got you. Okay, I figure I see that's what you were saying. So yeah, like I said, in the description, we got the Veterans Airlift Command, which is one of the missions we're doing here to take a veteran from Boise to Spokane for a post-op follow-up at the VA hospital. Like I said, we left the Jackson Jet Center FBO. We'll be parking at Signature FBO when we get here. I got to figure out how that's actually gonna. You know what? Let me see something. And like I said, if you want to donate to the organization or at least know about it, be in the know of it, the link is in the description of this stream. So you guys can just click on the link. It'll take you to it. And if you want to donate, absolutely, definitely donate. Because again, before this, I didn't know about these specific ones. I didn't know there was such thing as turtles fly. You know, pilots getting turtles from one clinic to another clinic, you know, somewhere else that's going to do a little bit more work for them to get them going. And the same with the veterans. Then there's other ones. Of course, the pilot and pause, I've always known about that one, but I didn't know about these other ones. So it's pretty cool that this kind of brought awareness to me through, say, intentions of learning about this and knowing that these things are happening around the country, especially for the veterans, especially for those guys. Let me look at Pocket Sky. I'm trying to check some stuff out here. Let's see. I want to see the airport and see if I can. Let's see, airport ops. Oh, it did get it up. All right, and it hasn't. It shouldn't. I shouldn't need it to assign me a gate. but I definitely want to see if the parking lines up to some extent. Yeah, these aren't like, oh, this is definitely not the same. All right, at least they'll know where we're going. We'll just throw it on there, they'll know. So we're gonna be parking at the north part of it. I wish I could rename that to what it should be. Alright, GA parking. We already know where we're going. We don't have to be told that. Alright, let's see. Just a moment. Alright, I'm back. You said I hardly have time to stream. I spend 3 hours, 5 days a week to commute to it. Jeez Louise.
That was 4038.
I leave home at 4 a.m. and get home at 6. Yeah, bro, I can definitely understand that. I can definitely understand that. Definitely can understand that. I wouldn't want to stream either. You'd be so mentally tired by that time. Yeah. It'd be miserable to stream. It'd be miserable to stream trying to be mentally there. So I can definitely understand that. Saturday I update the sim and products, then I fly leg either short or long depending on how I feel. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense, man. That's like for me too. Depending on how, because I mean, if you're mentally tired, it ain't. The body's going with the mental. If the mind is saying it's tired, it's going to sleep, the body's got no choice but to go with it. And I was explaining that before in my old profession where I did mostly physical labor. I could be physically tired, but not mentally tired. So I could still get off work after working 10 hours. Now, obviously, also I wasn't, well, I don't want to say I was driving the time that you drive, but part of my job required me driving to each customer. So I probably still definitely drove as much throughout the day. But again, other than the driving, once I was at the stop, it was all physical labor from there, just running Cat 5 or coax drops or fiber drops or just connecting what's already there, getting those things set up. Most of my job at that point was all physical, very little mental, because once you know how to do the job, you're not really using your mental at that point. It's all pretty much on autopilot. So I'd be able to get off work, and still jump in the sim and fly or stream for like 3 or 4 hours or so and still be perfectly fine, because my brain wouldn't start shutting down until close to that time for me to go to sleep. So, but now what I do now, I do next to zero physical labor and all mental, and I'm drained by the time I get off work. If we had a very long day at doing what we're doing at work, but so I definitely get it, man. Absolutely understand that. All right, we got a 9-knot tailwind. We're doing 191 across the ground. We're doing one. Let me see. Let's get this right. Let's see. Probably doing around. Temperature's definitely not there. Definitely doing faster than that. Yeah, it's what, negative? Oh no, it's not negative. It's like 5 Celsius outside. So true, we're doing like 165 or so. 158 indicated, 191 ground. Got some clouds starting to build here. Like I said, we're gonna try to watch that, steer clear of these clouds. We don't start picking up ice, and if we can help it, if need be, we may descend. We'll see how that goes. If we are going invisible moisture, we'll get the prop on. We already got windshield heat on. Stay scattered, weird. Pretty desolate out here. We got roads out here, we don't really got much of anything else. Let's see how close are we to another airport. I kind of tried to purposely. Yeah, we got some airports close by if we needed them.
3325, just 4038.
And we got some. Got BKE close by if we needed it. See, engines are running good, no troubles. Let's throw this up here. We'll monitor 121.5. We'll monitor guard frequency. Still on with Salt Lake Center. Let's see what the hobs say. We got 1 hour on this aircraft for each engine. Annunciator lights look good with no troubles. Everything still looks pretty stable here in the aircraft for us. Above that cloud, which I think that cloud has got to be around where the charts was showing them to be around this time, which I believe is tops like 9,000 feet if I'm not mistaken. I don't think nothing in here moves. Yeah, because remember, this is the Asobo version, updated by Black Square. Yeah, and supposedly I think the most we can put back here is 70 pounds in the aft compartment. Combined weight aft seat occupants 250, so we could put two 125-pound kids or an anorexic woman maybe in these two back seats. And the nose cone cargo can hold up to 300 pounds. That's pretty good. Some of this cloud cover here. So we only put like 35 pounds up there. These guys aren't really carrying anything heavy now. If we was going to the golf course, maybe, you know, we throw the golf clubs up there. I don't think the golf clubs can fit in this nose cone though. Nah, I don't think we'll put no golf clubs in that nose cone. Yeah, those golf clubs probably going in the back there. Yeah, no worry, armchair. Yeah, dude, I was just saying, I definitely completely understand that being tired, especially with a 3-hour drive, man, that is insane. But I definitely understand. I got a road down there. If we got a ditch, we're ditching for one of these roads. That was another reason I kind of planned this little route this way, so we got somewhere to sit this aircraft down if we needed to. We got an airport up here, again a road we're kind of following along. The original route took us dead square over all of that all of that off to the right is what the original route was. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. 2 inches or not, we're not flying directly over all of this mountainous area over here. This is where the original route took us. Let me zoom out. All right, so it was a straight shot straight across here. We're going to pass over MSO, somewhat over MSO, right just to the left of it, and then into GEG. I was like, nope, we're not doing that. So I created a different route. There's no way I was doing that.
Passion 2286, contact Seattle Center on 132.6.
For us? Over to Seattle Center on 32.6 on Passion Flight 2286. It was pretty fast in saying that. 32.6. Hello, Seattle Center, Compassion Flight 2286 at 12,000 feet. But yeah, still 3 hours,
Seattle
like you
Center.
said, total.
Good morning, LeGrand, altimeter 3015.
Wow, he sounds real. They're slowly getting those real voices in. And altimeter 3015, Compassion Flight 2286. That voice sounded much more realistic. It's like we're picking up the real voices scattered here and there through stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I was saying too. A good chunk of my job required me driving to each stop to get to the customers. So yeah, probably had about the same amount of driving throughout the day for work while I was at work at my old job. But like I said, most of my work was all physical work. So, you know, you can be physically tired, but not mentally tired. Your body can be, you know, wore out, but if the brain isn't mentally tired, you'll stay awake just fine and keep going. But when you're mentally tired, you can't fight it. There's no getting around it. It's when the mind is ready to check out, the body's going with it. I think it cycles the prop is what it does. Let's turn it off. I'm not going through any moisture right now. Beyond ATC, I'm really thinking of moving over to Sand Tensions. What is it that's getting you to want to make the move?
Compassion 2286, contact Spokane, departure on 133.15.
Over to Spokane, departure on 3315, Compassion Flight 2286. Hello, Spokane, departure, Compassion Flight 2286. We are at 12,000 feet.
Compassion 2286, Spokane departure. Good morning, LeGrand, altimeter 3015.
3015, Compassion Flight 2286. Really? It's wild because I heard the opposite, but again, Sand Tensions have been moving over to Gen 3 voices. Like, her voice sounded pretty realistic. And I've heard it since they made the announcement, like here and there certain voices, like our voices that we were listening to from ground and tower. out of Boise wasn't, I mean, you could hear the computer generation in that, the AI, but like her voice, the last person, the Seattle person voice sound pretty realistic. And then from looking at that last update video he put out on YouTube of the roadmap, the voice he played where it actually added emotions to the AI voices, that was pretty cool to hear. Pretty cool to see and hear. Like listening to a real person, just the tone of their voice and how they sound, you can picture what their facial expression looks like, and the controller sound kind of happy, or at least having a good day, and you could hear it in the voice that it was portraying, which was pretty dang cool. And it's crazy because as I was listening to it, I was like, yo, oh, you already got Entourage, got you. Entourage just doesn't come with ATC though, right? It just comes with the crew and such, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't pick up the, I went straight to premium after I tested the demo. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with premium right out the gate. We're on with Departure Spokane way out here. That's interesting. But as realistic as the voice sounded, I was like, yo, this is gonna be crazy when a real world controller comes across saying intentions, or may already be using it, and hear a voice that sounds exactly like his or hers. You know, that's what's gonna be crazy, is to come across an AI voice that sounds very, very closely to your own. Oh, then we gotta change the altimeter back to 3015. Oh, it's kind of there. Drop it to there. All right, how's our fuel burn looking? All right, we're burning pretty evenly on the fuel, so we're good there. So at this point, for you, it's a matter of just upgrading to premium and full go with it. Now, also from what I heard from Jason, you know, over at Flight Sim Broadcast Channel, I don't know if you follow him, Armchair, or not, but he uses both. He uses Beyond ATC and Say Intentions, and he was just saying there are like certain little small things that Beyond ATC doesn't have, like giving a pilot report, or asking for a deviation or something, or direct to somewhere. He was saying that it doesn't have that with Beyond ATC, where that actually is a thing, where Say Intentions does have it. But I have heard quite a bit of people say Beyond ATC voices sounded a little bit more realistic, or a little bit more natural. Gotcha. Out here in this little area that we'd be able to ditch off to, be fine. Oh, we got an airport here. We should be able to make that airport. PDT, yeah, we'd be able to make that airport. I'm gonna see if it if he gives me the right place to park if I say it, because normally they'll ask while you're on final, you know, where you're gonna be parking at, so they can kind of already have a heads up. But you know what, now that I say it, I may have to let me just look in the taxi tuner to see if anybody's updated this airport to actually say those areas. See, I can't justify buying voices over time. They run out, so I would rather pay the subscription. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, and for me, I paid a monthly fee, which again is cool because it's only like $16 now. When I first signed up, it was like 18. I know it was 19 something. But even I couldn't justify doing like I think the yearly subscription or whatever other subscription I think there was. Because like most people, I was like, my luck, you know, something, or I'll change jobs or something. I won't be able to use it for quite a few months. You know, because I'll be busy doing other things. But, and at that case, I can just put it on hold and not use it, you know, and save my money. And I could still come out on top with having some savings opposed to doing the yearly subscription. But so far, you know, I like it. I haven't used Beyond ATC, but I'm sure it's again, it has its pros. I did look at it, I think, initially when I was looking at the two, and I was like, well, you know what, I'm gonna go with the one. I don't know if does Beyond ATC actually give a demo. I don't remember if it gives a demo or not, but I definitely know I went with this one. I was like, well, if I can try it for free for 2 days, let me give it a try and see what it's about. Looks like we're in between layers here. We got some scattered layer below us. Scattered layer looks like a more broken layer above us. You get the whole set intentions. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And then I absolutely love this new part of it where now, as long as you're on Skynet, you can hear other pilots at your airport or around you if they're on the same frequency talk to air traffic control, which threw me off earlier because, like I said, it was weird to hear British Airways aircraft in Boise. Now, I'm assuming they must fly there, or he may just, you know, just doing his own thing, but it threw me off. I was like, hold on, am I hearing some frequency from London still? Why is it picking up way over there? But he gave the same taxiways and the runways, so they let me know for sure it was definitely at Boise, but we can hear and talk to the exact same controller, which is pretty cool. So I've decided to go ahead and leave that on and use it because it's pretty cool to hear that people now can see me if they're on if they're on Skynet, they'll see me in their sim. Again, it's kind of like being on VATSIM, but under absolute ATC control from ground to ground. I think the only true difference though would be the runways, depending on how that's gonna work. If, like, say I had mine locked to the runways I chose, but the other person may be using the runways that you know, let's say that may be the right ones or whatnot. I'd like to see how that interaction will be with ATC and myself. If they know they've already given him that and we're approaching at the same time, if they'll tell me to go around or, you know, do like a 360, a left 360 or something until they get that guy to land and then bring me in to land. That'd be pretty interesting to see how that dynamic will work. Now the other things here is going to be cool to see of what it's going to, because I honestly don't even know what runway we're going to be arriving on. I haven't even set any of that up. We're getting close. The terrain ought to start to become a little bit easier to traverse as we get a little closer here, because the highest obstacle is going to start to drop down to like 8,000 feet. The highest obstacle along our path has been like 11,000 feet in the areas that we're traversing. But I know on this route that we're taking, minimum en route altitude is 9,000 feet, so we're at least good there. Ooh, that I don't know. Because as you guys know, I use real world traffic for the most part. This is the second flight I've done with, maybe the second or third flight I've done now with leaving Skynet on to see other real world traffic. Well, not real world, but other say intentions traffic. So I'm not too sure. I haven't actually come across that yet or been in anyone's stream who has to see if it'll actually give the if it'll actually do that and give allow a parallel landing to happen for that. If anybody's landing at Spokane today or taking off, we'll see. There's quite a bit of traffic around the area, looks like. I don't know, it looks like they're landing runway 21 real well. At least a 172 is. And you know what, I set up for runway 8 is what I set up for, but I don't have it locked, so they should give me whatever they decide to give us. We've been engines running for 1 hour 57 minutes now and been in flight for 62 minutes. What time is it here? 17:15, but 9:15. That can't be right. Hold on, did we leave? No way this can be right. 9:15 local time? Spokane, I swear I thought we were already on Eastern time. Is Boise not in the Eastern time frame? Is it 1 hour ahead in mountain time, I guess? And that makes sense why it'd be 9:16 right now. That does put it 2 hours behind me locally. So yeah, we'll see if there's some other pilots around. Well, we only got one runway anyway, but like I said, I'm slowly getting into having other sim traffic around me here in the sim. Which, like I said, I do enjoy this a little bit more with say intentions and being under other flight sim traffic. Because again, we're all under controlled ATC. Now again, obviously the other person doesn't have to abide by it or even call them. They could just take off if they wanted to, but they'd be defeating the purpose of owning the product if they're doing that to me. Left turn at 314. Let's get the head and bug set. Of course. That's 310, 315. I'll be around right there. But yeah, I would definitely say intentions is worth the money. Even if it's just for a month, you know, if you're trying it out just to see what it's like for a month, to me, it's definitely worth it. Can we plug anything into this? We cannot. All our, let me see, I didn't check our audio panel, transponders, autopilot connect, disconnect, and electric trim. All right, both of those are right there. I was supposed to check them when I first got in the aircraft. What's this knob for? Oh, I think that's the friction lock for the mixtures, so they're not bobbing around and having and getting out of whack.
290 or greater, Alaska, sounds good.
I don't know why I thought you could open that. Guess not. Yeah, we'll definitely look at jumping into some other GA airplanes, like I said, the TBM. Only thing I wish is that with all of the Air Care Alliance stuff, I wish there was a lot more to choose from for like just, you know, municipal airports, small airports, not necessarily. I don't want to fly a GA plane into a, you know, a major hub airport. I like, just like in the real world, flying to small municipal airports and coming across airports I haven't seen. That's the number one reason why I like doing these flights, is to try to find those little small airports that you can go to that you hadn't heard of, and kind of get to see what the scenery is like around that area. That was what I was hoping to see a lot more of. And I know in the sky operations you can create your own sky op stuff. But I did notice when I was looking at the Pilot and Pause map, I think it was Pilot and Pause, they have a map and it looks damn near similar to what Say Intentions uses. A lot of them going to, you know, major hub airports, which would make sense if they're flying, you know, they're flying jets into there and stuff. But we do enough airline flights to these hubs. You know, we want to kind of fly to some other little off the beaten path airports. Alright, see if Spokane approach lets us know what to expect here. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell us the visual. I may even request for the visual, because it's let's see, winds 090 at 4 knots, few 1400, few 6,000, scatter 25,000, and temperature is 3014 on the altimeter. That's what the TAF report says from and the METAR says from Aviation Weather Station. All right, let me finish looking at also the approach, our checklist. All right, the descent, cabin altitude, cowl flaps already closed, throttle reduced, typical. Those things, cylinder head temps 116 Celsius minimum. Don't got tip tanks. Approach BC
Compassion 2286, expect the RNAV Yankee runway 26 approach into Spokane.
26, interesting. They landed to, I think they are landing to the bigger. All right, we'll expect the RNAV Yankee runway 26 approach, Compassion 2286. Also waiting for Sobo to give us really good in-cloud effects like the clouds. But yes, I've always thought that should have been like one of the most absolutes right out the gate things, even for 2020, where you really see the effect. And I have noticed when I have tried X-Plane, they really have that effect working. The only other way I've seen it work decently in here is with Parallel 42. If you're using the immersion pack and you're at a window seat or something, it kind of gives the effect of the clouds rushing by the window and such. But yeah, I will say DCS, and I played DCS a couple times, but DCS and X-Plane kind of has that down pretty good. All right, let's set up for the approach here. Let's go there. Procedures. Approach, we're doing 26. RNAV Yankee, she told us. Yankee 26 from where we're coming from. We're not going from way up there, so they'll probably put us on the, give us vectors. Transition. I'm not going to use any of those. But we're definitely not using way out there. We'll probably do Zola. Zola isn't even one. Alright, what do we got? The heck are the waypoints? Oh yeah, that's the transition. Let's see, approach. There's no transition from unities. I'm not doing that one though. those are, yeah. All right, we'll just load the approach. And then we'll activate it when we get ready. But let me look at it here as well. Let's see.
IND 080 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky conditions.
These are out the east right now. They're definitely not landing runway 8.
6,000.
At least a few airplanes that are flying around.
5,000 feet. Temperature 2. Dew point 0. Altimeter 3014. Density altitude 1100 feet. Blast fence damage reported. Maintenance crew en route. Advise on initial contact. You have information India.
Alright, information India.
Spokane Internet.
And Spokane approach. We do have information India for Spokane Compassion 2286.
Compassion 2286, morning.
Okay. Let's see. Let me set that procedure up and look at that approach. RNAV Yankee 26. Oh, I guess we could set up Fisky. Nah. We'll just do vectors. Because that's what they're likely going to give us anyway, vectors. Alright, been clear of these clouds for the better part of the flight too, so that's good. Alright, tip tank transfer. We don't have those landing lights, so we already got that on. Windshield heater go off. Prop heat off, air condition off, cowl flaps as needed. They'll stay closed. It's cold enough outside, we won't need it. And then prop power PM when ready. Landing gear down and locked. All right. Let's see. Let me look at this chart. We're about to make that right turn. It says few 1400 something, so we should be good. Why is this not staying going? It should be keep continuously running. Alright, keep running in the background like it's supposed to. About to turn on course. Pick up a 10-knot tailwind there too. It's nice out here though. All this land.
Subaru file 230 is 24.
5 sets. Get head and bug there.
JAG Tower 315. Can approach. Spokane Tower, JAG 46315, ILS 21.
Yeah, we may pick up some ice on a descent. We'll shed that off. Alright, let's get tower up. Secondly, let's see here. I don't know if we're switching to. Alright, yeah, we're already on 33. Oh no, we're not. That's 33. 35. Let's wait.
3,500 and 221 altitude manifest to the middle.
Yeah, I think I'm not signed into my account because I'm not even. We should be at least seeing the weather as a tab. I just didn't want the charts to be showing, so I got to get back in there and figure that up, get that working right.
3075 Yankee.
Alright, nice and warm in the aircraft here too. It's only 78 degrees. Maybe close that back a little bit more. Nope. Let's go there. Get that down just a little bit more. There we go. Be off before, yeah, we're not using the air conditioning. Alright, it's 74.
Check India Mike Bravo 230, up at 1762.
I was playing this perfectly. Right between the layers. It's above that 9,000 foot layer. Top, so we're not just skirting through icy clouds. Not bad. Hey, appreciate y'all being here, hanging out on the on this flight, this out of the blue flight that we're doing today. 194 across the ground.
JAG Departure 315.
be this many windmills out here.
Mike, quick taxi 7365 Yankee, INS will be 21. Quick second.
We're 53 miles from Spokane VOR. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Inside 75 Yankee.
I think I've listened for a VOR in here before. Let me see if we can hear one.
4725.
I can't hear it beeping. It's showing it there. I don't hear it.
Land 1, 4938.
Compassion 2286, contact Grant Co approach on 126.4.
All right, over to Grant County approach on 26.4, Compassion 2286.
Yeah, 300 heading down from 75 Yankee.
Man, I couldn't hear the sounder. Hello, Grant County approach, Compassion 2286 at 12,000.
Compassion 2286, Grant Co approach. Good morning. Washington, altimeter 3014.
3014, Compassion 2286. Still about the same. Minimums for LPV is going to be 2688. Airport elevation is 2385. Let's see what the gas is like here. We got one loaded. Oh, the RNAV Yankee approach amendment 4B LPV DA is 2753. So it increased by like about 40 feet. Category visibility category 1 and 1/8. Got you. So minimums will now be 2753. All right, looking at 2753 for minimums. Again, it shouldn't be an issue. It's scattered. Should be able to get in here without no problem. Probably even get the visual before we even join the approach. I'm pretty sure we'll see it, and I'll probably just request a visual. Just realized they got us landing on the shortest runway. But I think that's going to work out because I think that lines us up with the with where we'll actually be parking. Let me see. What's 6.1 sketch 30 and 30 you get in? flip the airport. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that actually, no it won't. I mean, unless we land and exit Charlie 3. Yeah, we could probably still do that. We could most likely definitely get off at Charlie 3.
Compassion 2286, contact Spokane approach on 133.35.
Over to Spokane approach on 33.35, Compassion 2286. All right, 3335. And Spokane approach, Compassion 2286, 12,000 feet.
Compassion 2286, Spokane approach. Good morning, Ritzville, altimeter 3014.
3014, Compassion 2286. Got that. Alright, if we're talking to him, then our next one is going to be Tower, because he's the one that's going to carry us all the way in from this frequency. So let's get it ready to go. 18.3. Enter, got him on standby. We'll only worry about ground once we're on the ground. Some airplanes flying around here, though. We'll see as we get closer.
Pressure vector 91 heavy with climb at a full 505,000 runway heading with the launch.
8.4 miles per gallon. 75 horsepower out of 300.
190 up to 2000 X1
And 131. We got 5 hours and change worth of fuel left.
Well, I'm taking a this approach again and probably back to the R now 34 at Deer Park. At Deer Park, 75 Yeah, but that's a 9-1 heavy. You picking up a squawk now?
Start bringing this around. This aircraft is pretty good. I like it. It's pretty stable. Yeah, 68 degrees is perfect.
Compassion 2286, descend and maintain 10,000 feet, altimeter 3014.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, and altimeter 3014, Compassion 2286.
Compassion 2286, descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
All right, descend and maintain 6,000 feet, Compassion 2286.
Compassion 2286, copy hard descent, maintain 6,000 feet.
I don't know where you heard that. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, Compassion 2286.
Compassion 2286, turn right, heading 055 vectors for the RNAV, runway 26 approach.
Right turn to a heading of 055 for vectors, Compassion 2286.
Team 02758.
That's 55.
Alright, 7375 Yankee, ILS 21.
We'll increase fuel. About right there for now.
75 Yankee, understood. We'll execute some business prior to the runway for 75 Yankee.
Yeah, they're getting us lined up there. All right, let's bring this back. Let's do terrain. Yes, it's not the Black Square Pro though. It's just the first Black Square they did for 2020. All right, speed's looking good. We're descending pretty nicely here. Let's go 800 feet. Just stay out of the yellow arc. Blaze as fast. We're on 223. We'll go as fast as we want here. Just watch the yellow arc. We're getting power back on our manifold pressure. That's increasing, so we keep an eye on that. Make sure we're good there. Let's see. If I see the airport, oh, I do see the airport there. It's got clouds over it. Around it, it's right here. Right at our 11 o'clock there. We'll get lower and see what happens because we may end up in these clouds here. I don't want to call visual and then we are nowhere near it. Why are we not picking up live traffic? There's lots of planes flying around right now. All right, we're at 9,000. Watch our speed here. We're picking up speed. We're getting that yellow arc.
Compassion 2286, turn right, heading 065.
Right turn to 065, Compassion 2286.
786, in the midst of the turn.
Departure in flight 69 is passing 2,800 for 7,000.
Yeah, well, we can actually activate the approach as we're on heading. Probably give us
Click Nancy 7375 Yankees off the island, runway 21, heading 130.
What? I didn't do this. Go back. I'll activate that.
180 for traffic, 75 Yankees.
Departure 2, 4,500.
We're out of 7,000. Alright, altitude is armed. Alright, I like this feature with that. You don't have to watch it. Alright, we got terrain to pay attention, watch out for here. Yeah, I really don't want to call visual yet because we may turn and end up in these clouds. That's disappearing.
I'd like to RNAV runway 34 to your park.
Oh, make sure I'm looking at the right airport. Yeah, that's our airport back here. And Spokane approach, Compassion 2286. We'd like the visual for 26. We have the field in sight.
Right turn 35075.
Compassion 2286, expect the visual approach runway 26, report established.
Alright, cleared for the visual approach runway 26, Compassion 2286. Let me see if he goes against that. I know that's not what he told me, but let's see. Alright, oh, that's cool, that caps it. Start turning inbound, way out here.
Compassion 2286, turn left heading 040.
Yeah, they don't know how to really give the visual. Left turn to 040 Compassion 2286. Alright, that's going to rest on its own, it looks like. It should. It does. Nice. Alright. I don't have to watch that one like we do in the Aerostar. Yeah, we'll just roll with what he's giving us.
Compassion 2286, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000, Compassion 2286.
01221.
Not that much, though.
Compassion 2286, contact Spokane approach on 123.75.
Jeez, I thought I was already on it. Over to 23.75, Compassion 2286. Swap those two. 75. That way I don't lose tower. Hello, Spokane approach, Compassion 2286, descending 5,000.
Compassion 2286, Spokane approach, descend and maintain 5,000.
Alright, descend and maintain 5,000, Compassion 2286. I mean, unless he's vectoring me around some stuff, this is a good distance out. Oh, we are using, what is it, County KCOE as our alternate today. Let's get our mixture in. Way too rich right now. I mean, too lean. Let's see.
2699 Spokane ground on direct track runway.
Return inbound already. Alright, we're 5,000 now. Let's slow down because we're in the approach phase here. You don't want to be too fast blazing through the approach. Can't turn yet. Whoa, that brings us way out here. I see that light pole there on the top of the hill there. There's like 5 of them up there. It's taking us around the scenic route, that's for sure. Wait a minute, maybe the one I thought I saw was not the one I saw. Yeah, I don't think the one I thought I was going to is actually it. I think we're just now coming up on the airport. No, it's actually showing behind us. I assume we're going to get brought around through here somewhere and turn inbound.
Report established will be full stop for staying in the pattern anyways if you're marked for 75 Yankee.
See what they do. Just watch them and see what they do for us.
Cross runway 8 on golf and fully back to give up.
And Spokane approach, Compassion 2286, just verifying that we cleared for the visual runway 26. It's sending me all the way to our alternate, just about.
Compassion 2286, cleared for the visual runway 26 approach.
Alright, cleared for the visual 26 approach, Compassion 2286.
Spokane International Information Control now current altimeter 3014, landing and departing runway 3.
After overturn here, we'll go to 240, just about. Alright, 6,700. They got us way down here to be this far out. This far out, we're supposed to be at like 6,700 feet, not 5,000 feet. Our course is still to the left. Should have cleared us for the visual when I asked for it earlier.
Skyway 3699, runway 3, CV and Alpha cross runway 8.
What high speed that is.
Clear on F34, thank you.
Yeah, we're way out here. Zola. It's capturing.
Compassion 2286, contact Spokane Tower on 118.3.
See where it's taking us here. Over the tower on 18.3, Compassion 2286. Yeah, it's lining us up now. slow enough as well. Got the approach and the glide slope. I mean the glide path. All right, we see the glide path starting to come down. Spokane Tower, Compassion 2286. We are on the visual runway 26. That's
Compassion 2286, Spokane International Airport Tower, roger. Continue approach runway 26.
Roger, we'll continue the approach 26, Compassion 2286.
Compassion 2286, wind 080 at 4. Runway 26, cleared to land.
Banking hard to the right. All right, clear to land, runway 26, Compassion 2286. That was all out of whack. All right, let's get that down. We're below 157. We'll go gear down. Verify we're green. We got 3 green. Another high school and some antenna towers right below us there. Our descent. We got 3 green on the gear, no red. Start bringing flaps in here momentarily. And we're below 15. We can go props full forward. Yo, Bill, what's up? Will do. That is the plan. Wind check.
Compassion 2286, wind 080 at 4, altimeter 3014, temperature 10 Celsius.
Copy y'all. Compassion flight 2286.
Right back on 15-9, the runway 3 taxi, the Alpha, cross runway 8. Spokane approach, go west, 3824, 08, sending 13,000, and if possible, we can get the RNAS runway 21 from Departure 7 Text.
Approach flaps in. Props forward, gear down.
Right above 11000 for the RNAS through the runway 3 approach, got west 3814. Spokane departure, Regency 710, 4000, climbing 6000 on the Spokane 8.
Alright, not bad. Some aerodynamic braking.
10,000 right at that 416. Return to 160, read C710. Approaching runway 0321. 2359, I got you a little bit of an earlier time, and due time is 1810.
See, when I'm in this airplane, they never hand me off while I'm still slowing down in the other airplanes. The airliners, they hand me off real quick. Let's see, we can turn off right here. Let's get cowl flaps open. Appreciate it, Bill. Back at work for another week. Oh, today's your Monday? See, he should have already handed me off the ground by now.
Compassion 2286, contact ground on 121.9er.
Alright, over to point 9er, Compassion Flight 2286. Yeah, on Alpha or something. Forgot.
Spokane departure, Sky was 3699, 3,400, climbing 6,000.
Hello, ground Compassion 2286. We are clear runway 26 on Alpha, short of Charlie.
That's heading climbing 10, 1, 2,000, Sky was 3699.
Compassion 2286, Spokane International Airport ground, taxi to GA parking stand 102 via Alpha, Charlie, hold short of runway 3, then Golf. Good day.
Alright, over to Signature Aviation via Alpha Charlie, hold short of runway 3, then Golf. Compassion 2286. Trim's good, and we'll lean for taxi here. Welcome to Spokane, folks. Let's get moving. Cowl flaps are open.
Direct Donnelly, Sky was 3699.
Skid, strobe lights off. Ooh, actually, I was supposed to turn all of this stuff off. Forgot. Off.
Heading 170, rather simple.
Alright, Alpha, right turn on Charlie, then the Golf, he says. And he should continue us across here. When we get up here. Nice day out here. Oh, copy that, you say it is.
Compassion 2286, cross runway 3.
Yeah, I like this. Alright, crossing runway 3 on Charlie, Compassion 2286. That's how it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be get here, then call. I'm glad they did fix that and finally update it. Alright, we'll get the Golf. Looks nice over there. Unfortunately, we're not here for those guys. Turn off here.
Left 100, right at 395, Sky was 3699 over here.
Yeah, on here they got it labeled as something parking, but we're actually going to be. It's actually Signature is what it is.
Left 070, right simple.
Tad bit too fast. Clear left and right. Marshall out here for us. Looks like we're parking next to NetJets.
.040 down to 5,000 right support.
I don't believe they park straight ahead like this. I'm pretty sure they go sideways here. Alright, I see a Marshall out here.
3824 RNAV 0 runway 3. Runway 3, Skywest 3824.
Oh, they got it as landmark aviation.
59 to 4,200 for 6,000 on the Spokane.
What in the world is that? Wait a minute. Why are these numbers showing up? I did not have that crap turned on.
310 contact.
No, since when did you get? I've never used this. I don't know why and how they got turned on.
12,000, sorry about that. And horizon 2359.
Oh, this was the update that they did. Also enable this was something that the handler script editor and the additional service menu. I don't know what that's for, but I do remember reading the change log, and that was something that they added. Let me see. I don't see anything here. That's new. Yeah, it's like it started all my all my settings over. That's normally on. Let's see. I always ask for pushback. Set custom. Ignore crew onboarding. That's new. Yeah, I do not want them stupid numbers on. Yeah, after this update that just came out yesterday, I think it was, it must reset your settings or something. Yo, FNL, welcome in. Cool deal. Good to see you and have you lurking. FlexJet, yeah, FlexJet, not NetJets. You're right. Good catch. Alright, appreciate you, guy. Parking brake going on, taxi light off. Get this stuff off. Well, that's normal. Let's see, we can delete the route here. Flight plan, menu. Delete. Don't need that anymore. We'll set this to VFR for now. Not 0 VFR. Alright, that's that. That'll go off. We'll spin him off, turn him off to 430. And that'll just turn off with the avionics. Prop sync off. Avionics off. We'll go to mixture lean. Off. Off, 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 off. Alright, we got our veteran here. Welcome, sir, veteran, to your destination. Hey, appreciate you, guy. Gave me the, well, not quite on the line, but hey, he did his job. We'll take it. Yeah, that is FlexJet. Thank you, sir. Got the weather updating. Yeah, like the paint job. It's like FlexJet. Yeah. It's almost close. Yeah, I didn't realize that was FlexJet. I knew I would have picked it up as soon as I saw that FX on it, though. But either way, good call. But yeah, we got our veteran from Boise, Idaho, to here to. Why is it still showing my radios on and they're not? Interesting. I was supposed to. Avionics is off. It's supposed to turn those off. I guess that works the way it feels like working. But yeah, nice day here in Spokane. Like I said yesterday, I wanted to do the flight but couldn't because the weather was very crappy. So I didn't end up doing the flight. We got Delta landing here. I actually landed the crossing runway. We landed this runway here. And they landed the opposite, which makes sense. We did kind of land with the tailwind, but we still worked it out all the same. Yeah. Right on. I do like the scenery for it to be freeware. It looks pretty good. They got it nice. I mean, the buildings are all pretty generic looking, but they're better than the default stuff. So still looks good, and it was free. We'll take it. We'll go over to the terminal, look at what's over at the terminal. We got our folks here. Let me make sure though. Let me let our operations know real quick too. Hold on, let me see. Hey, operations, we are mission complete on the ground at the FBO. See what they say.
Great job on completing the mission. Your efforts are appreciated.
All right. Make sure it actually completes in let me see, do I need to click on it though? I don't want to lose the mission if I completed it. Let me see if it updates here. Alright, it counted it, gave us a complete on it. Alright, cool deal, we'll take it. Let's go to flight log and close it. Alright, it completed there. That checks out. We'll take it. Not bad though, that's pretty good. I'll take it. He didn't even chalk. Doesn't make it. Yeah, it'd be nice if GSX does start to add their own chalks. That would definitely make it worthwhile. I do kind of see what that setting was that they have added. Do kind of want to check that out and see what that is. I'll check it out after the stream before I fall asleep. Oh, let me go see what the tower looks like. But yeah, this is supposed to be the south. What is it? Aero Center Spokane. Is this supposed to be this unit right here? And this is supposed to be Signature where we're parked at. Let's see. Yeah, we'll come back over here. I always try to look and see what the tower looks like. It doesn't look like it's modeled. It looks good though. Looks good enough for freeware. I like how he's got the trees and stuff detailed around it. It looks pretty good. Yeah, can't really complain about freeware unless it gives you some crapola ground textures. Not ground textures, but just like the mesh where it's not meshing properly and causing the aircraft to crash while taxiing and such. But oh yeah, we got the Texas A&M jet over here. That's pretty cool. 172. Getting good FPS out here. Another looks like a Gulfstream over here. Now this is NetJets. That I do know. Absolute Aviation Services. Let's see, there was something over here. Let's go see what's happening over here. Hey, is this Sun Country? We got Sun Country out here. Sun Country's over here on the ramp. Doing Sun Country things, looks like. Yeah, the elevation changes and such around here looks pretty good too. What is this Alaska doing over here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he shouldn't be there. Yeah, this area around here was pretty nice. That approach was pretty scenic as well. Looks very nice. Got some FedEx feeders over here. This A300 looks like FedEx A300 on the ramp. We got was it a Ameriflight? A Ameriflight. What are these? The Saab something. I think that's the Saabs, right? Yeah, it might be a charter. Very well might be. You working today as well, FNL? I think I might try to see if GSX can replace these jetways though, even though this is a third-party scenery. See if we can get the GSX jet bridges here. Don't know that I'll actually end up even get a flight here in the airline, in the American jet, but again, looks good enough for freeware. Anything's better than default. Unless it's handcrafted, and that's done pretty decently. Got quite a bit of Alaska jets out here. But otherwise, it's not a bad looking scenery. Looks good. But yeah, glad we got to get our veteran here without a hitch. A very smooth flight for the most part. So whatever his operation was, I hope we didn't rattle it around too much. I don't think we did because it was pretty United connections there. That's pretty smooth. He was really trying to butter that on. I like. Yeah, hopefully, I don't think we rattled him around too much. It was pretty smooth for the better part of the flight. Like I said, we got to fly between some layers. For the better part, didn't really have to deal with any icing. Just as I planned and was hoping would happen. Went pretty well. Oh, yeah. With the Ameriflight you talking about? Tulip on it are United, but the paint job and stripes are from the ex-UAL livery for the last Tulip livery. If you look, they must have gotten them from UAL then. Ah, got you. Red Delta plans to fly their 757s for another decade. So why don't United do the same? Wow, they said they'll give it 10 more years in the 75s, huh? That's pretty cool. Let's see if these engines are cooled down now. Got the cowl flaps open. Unfortunately, we can't put any chocks here. But all's good. I like the bearing. It's pretty good. It flew well. No issues. Everything went well. GPS worked good. Autopilot worked good. I just got to mess around with the with my subscription settings in the PMS so we can at least get traffic showing up on the screen. I think I may have signed out of it, and that's why I meant to just turn off the charts. But apparently, I think it signed me out, so we can't even get the other functions on it. So we'll see. But yeah, the bearing wasn't too bad. It was a good flight. Again, got to do a charity flight here for our veteran airlift organization. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I doubt it. United didn't even want to give a cool looking livery for the 100th year. They're not going to listen to Delta. They're like, nah, we'll get rid of them like tomorrow. All right, it's 12:30 now. All right, well, hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out, flying along with me, and F&L lurking for the better part of the flight. Hopefully it was good. You guys got to enjoy that. I'll call it that for me. Like I said, I may try to do the return leg tomorrow night from Frankfurt back to Charlotte, so we can get back to Charlotte in the daytime. But tomorrow morning I may do another one of these flights, depending on where it's going. Again, another kind of out the way airport to go to. Like I said, I don't like doing these flights flying to major hubs. If I'm going to fly to a hub, I might as well fly a jet. So yeah, hopefully they get a few more of these on there that's going to, you know, some municipal airports where we can do some self-serve. Because I don't think there's no self-serve here either. There was none at for Boise. Let me see. Yeah, there's no self-serve here either. 100 low lead here at Signature is $6.95 a gallon. Jet A is $7.24. Across the way behind us here at Aerojet, Aero Center, theirs is $6.94. It's a difference of a penny. But it's almost 10 cents cheaper for Jet A. For over there. How is there no self-serve here? I feel like there should be some self-serve here. But you park at the FBO, you pay the price. Yeah, exactly, F&L. Oh, crap, I thought Had that turned on. Got the purple livery sitting over here now. So somebody just landed and crash? Not quite. How is that I don't know what that is over there. But yeah, other than that, again, appreciate you guys flying along with me. I'm going to probably take a nap here or go to sleep until it's time for me to get up for work. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Again, enjoyed this flight. Got to fly to Barron for the first time here in the stream. And period, I haven't actually done a flight in this airplane, so it's pretty good to do. Cool to see. Again, got to do a flight for a charity there. So, yeah, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see y'all on the next one.
Take 235 out of 74. We'd like to request vectors into the Airlift Runway 3, and we'll be going there once again. Right, heading 210 for vectors, Airlift Runway 3, and this approach will remain the same.